Hi everyone, Brian from Bearable Traders. It is Wednesday, October 23rd, and just going to do a quick midweek review. Just take a look at the markets, how they've been performing this week. We still seem to be biased to the upside. You can see with the market internals here, we're trending towards more stocks above the 200-day, their 50-day. A lot more new highs and new lows, so bias definitely to the upside, of course, depending on which index you're looking at. So let's just take a quick look. Well, first off with the 10-year, again, we're just kind of tried to break out, maybe 1.8, pulling back, so maybe a little bit of a trend up. I think if we get over 1.9 and start heading to 2, might be some trouble for the market, but I don't think that's on the table. So I think we're going to chop in this area, no doubt. Indexes, the Dow, you can see here we kind of had an indecision day today. Moving averages trending up, RSI right at 50, sort of right in the middle there, and yeah, just trading in a narrow, very narrow range these last 3 days, not really going anywhere on the Dow. Let's take a look at the IWM. You can kind of see this. You can kind of say the same thing. You know, these last 3 days, we gapped up on the Monday, but really not any progress since then. So we're just kind of chopping along here. Volumes dropping off. Yeah, RSI crossed back here, or the moving averages crossed back here. You could see that was a good indicator for a move higher on the IWM. Qs. So again, this is just we've had some mixed results on some of the technology stocks. Texas Instruments, of course, down. Taiwan Semi, I think, was down too. So yeah, it's been kind of mixed on the technology stocks, and you can see here today again we're just chopping in this range. So I think people, earnings are coming out. They're not too bad. On the other hand, people are still worried a little bit about a impending slowdown in the economy at the very least. And again, the SPY sort of just chopping in this range, and we're up pretty close to the all-time high here. This probably is going to break out, I'm gonna guess, but time will tell. You can see here the dollar just got whacked and bouncing here a little bit. So we'll see if this is a flag. The UUP doesn't move very much on a relative basis, ATR, so it's it's hard to trade it, but unless you're playing futures or something like that, or trading commodities. And again, the VIX got whacked today. It kind of tried to make a bit of a bounce here, but it's, again, volatility came out of the market. And so we're in the middle of earnings season by the banks. A lot of the banks are done. We had Tesla tonight. It really gapped up, apparently, on some good news. And we had PayPal gapping up. So let's take a look. PayPal and Square, the two payment companies, have really been getting whacked, and this one took a big thumping today. But you can see here, this actually it wasn't around during the close. Unfortunately, I wouldn't have caught this, but you can see here this huge volume day, and then this almost like a reversing doji type candle on the daily. So we just had a big flush. A bunch of people who had been hanging on especially after this down day, just gave up and just sold. You had a lot of, and then the sellers just got exhausted towards the end of the day, and the price came back up again. Now it's going to gap up in the morning because it had earnings tonight, and I'd be keeping an eye on that one in the morning. Obviously, it'll be gapping up, and we'll be looking at in the day trading room. And Square is not reporting for another week or two, I think. I haven't looked, but I think it's not reporting for a little while yet. But it is also up in sympathy with PayPal after the market, in the aftermarket. So be watching for Square to make a move. So we did play it down here, picked it up at 50, sold some, but then it just gave up everything it gained for us, and then you just stopped right back out at the where we entered on the remainder. So still made a profit on that, but yeah, wish it had been, wish it had had a nice continuation run up to at least the first target. Didn't make it though. Here's some of the actives. I'm still in MO. You can see here it just keeps ticking higher. T is kind of tried to break out. Now it's checking back. Again, they're both dividend payers. I'm just going to hang on to them. Let's take a look at J, and J has still been getting pretty beat up here. So it looks maybe like it could be a longer term play as well here. Just wait for another bit of bad news and see if it holds this 128 for an entry on J and J, and then just see what happens from there. So Boeing came out, it had earnings as well, and they were a little bit upbeat, I think, but it sold off. It was up over 350, sold off, but it's probably gonna, it filled the gap here, so we're probably gonna get maybe choppy in this range, but that's it. So I'm looking at right now. So we'll see everyone in the bear bull trading room in the morning. Watch for the markets to continue maybe to tick higher. Let's take a quick look at small caps, TNA. Again, same as the Russell, it's kind of just chopping. We'll watch it to break out above this, maybe above this 59.20 level. On TNA, I'll probably set a alert for that, and maybe take an entry if it starts to move above it and can stay above it into the close. So if you haven't checked out my book on Amazon, it's called How to Swing Trade, Brian Pezim. And again, we'll see everyone in the bear bull trading room, day trading room in the morning if you're going to join us there, or on our YouTube show in the morning as well, pre-market YouTube show by Carlos and Norm. All right, guys, have a good night, or what's left of it. Bye for now.